Here we go. Setting up the meeting.
Yep, so we're live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to our live interview with Eli Huang. I'm really excited to be doing this interview with her tonight. She is a wealth of knowledge and has got a lot to share with us about how we can take control of our bodies, but also in her field of expertise as well. So I'd like to introduce you to Eli Huang. Welcome, Eli.
Thank you, Sandra, for having me.
Thank you for jumping on with us tonight and sharing with us all your knowledge. You definitely have a wealth of knowledge to share with people. So I'm just going to ask you if you could start by telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm a Chinese medicine practitioner of over 10 years. So I specialize in the field of acupuncture, Chinese herbal medicine. I've also done a diploma in beauty therapy. I've got a massage certificate as well, and do makeup and hair as well. So basically natural health and beauty is my passion. So I've been a beauty therapist for about 20 years. So skin, anti-aging, youthfulness, longevity is my passion. And yeah, so holistic health. So combining a bit of everything together when I'm looking at a patient.
Amazing, amazing. Sounds really good. So it's very holistic approach, looking at all the different avenues. So how did you come to be in this space?
Oh, it's easy. My father's been in this space and he's a renowned Chinese medicine practitioner in Australia. He's been a practitioner in Chinese medicine for 45 years.
Wow.
So he did his qualifications in China and then did his master's in Australia. So basically, I was, pretty much grew up with it all my life. I was probably taking herbs, as a 1-year-old, and my son also is the same. I've given him herbs from a very young age as well. So growing up with it, I've seen my father, treat myself, my mom, my sister, and so yeah, just seeing him and just seeing improvements in clients, especially over the last 20, 30 years. I started probably interning a little bit after school and on weekends as a teenager and in my 20s. So seeing how beneficial sort of natural medicine is, and also just he's always been strict with our food, our diet. So we've always grown up with quite good food. Mum is an excellent cook. And so yeah, so about it's not my first degree. My first degree was actually in IT. So I've actually got a Bachelor of Information Technology. But
Wow.
so yeah, so about 12, 13 years ago, Dad was like, I was in a bit of a pickle of what to do with the rest of my life. I'd just come out of IT. I didn't enjoy it at all. And it was just not my thing. I didn't get to work with people. I was basically just sitting in front of a computer and desk all day long. And I used to just dread waking up to go to work. But he was like, look, why don't you go to Beijing, China for like 6 months, do this internship at the hospital, see how you like it. And my passion has always been in beauty and skincare. So I said, oh, look, the up and coming thing was cosmetic acupuncture at the time, healthy aging from the inside out. So I said, all right, I'm really interested in sort of doing the holistic treatment for beauty therapy, because I saw that, my dad doing clients and treating them from the inside for their skin and their health, and then I'm giving them facials from the outside worked really well. So I'm like, oh, this is actually quite interesting. So I went to Beijing for 6 months and studied Chinese medicine and fell in love with it, seeing firsthand how quickly someone's health can change by just letting the body heal itself through ancient techniques. Acupuncture and Chinese medicine are over like 2,000 or 3,000 years old. So they really know what they're doing in China. So when I came back, I enrolled in a Bachelor of Science in Traditional Chinese Medicine here in Sydney. And yeah, so that became my love and passion of sort of building on my beauty therapy and sort of expanding my knowledge into holistic treatments, holistic health and longevity and aging for clients. So
Wow.
I have my father to thank for that. Yeah.
What a great career path you've got there. That's huge. But it's nice how you've been able to combine it all together, which is really good.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
So I wanted to ask you, what do you think are the top 3 health benefits of what you actually do?
So I think the difference between coming to a holistic health practitioner and say going to a GP, we look at the root cause of basically what is causing illness and causing disease. You know, if you go to a GP or Western medicine, they look at the symptoms. You may be given 5 different scripts for like 5 different symptoms, like a headache, digestive issues, pain, you know, stress, and you know, something else. You're given away with like 5 different scripts for 5 different symptoms. Whereas in Chinese medicine, in natural health and holistic wellness, we look at what the root cause of that is. So I had someone come in just today with about 10 different main complaints, and basically it was down to one root cause and one major, you know, one major issue that was causing it. So all those symptoms are sort of a manifestation of all of what is really going on in the root cause of what that person needs to be treated for. So, you know, we give them one script or one sort of one herbal remedy for basically, you know, to help them with all of their major symptoms. So that's the main thing with, I think, the benefits of natural health and looking at sort of the holistic treatment, because your body is really good at self-healing. So getting to the root cause and finding out what is causing all their symptoms and pain is one of the benefits I do. The second benefit is basically allowing your body to self-heal. So we all know that the body is great at healing itself naturally. So acupuncture, Chinese medicine is sort of tapping into that innate ability of the body to just self-heal. It's always self-healing. It's always trying to rule out disease. Like, it doesn't want disease to be in the body. So it's always trying to, you know, work on its immune system. It's trying to work through its own body's healing mechanisms. So removing blockages, energy blockages, and activating the body's own immune system to help heal the body, help relax, to regenerate. So that's another second benefit of sort of activating the body's own natural health. And the third top benefit, I think, with what I do is educating patients on the importance of prevention rather than cure. Like, you know, Sandra, it's always harder when you're sick and chronically ill to try to make that transition and getting the body back to health again. The longer you are in illness and chronic pain, the longer it's going to take for your body to get back into optimal health. And some people may never get there, but they could be at a point where they're sort of pain free. So, you know, I always say, as a rule of thumb, the longer you've been in pain, whether it's chronic illness, chronic pain, you're looking at about a quarter to a third of that time to get your body back into almost optimal health. So, you know, the benefit is when patients come in, I spend most of the whole consultation, be it more than half an hour, 40 minutes, on just educating them on diet, lifestyle, and nutrition, and the importance of prevention. And if they catch, you know, if they don't have any chronic disease, they've got a bit of pain here, a bit of this, you know, starting them early in their 20s, you know, 30s even. And I even like to start people in their teenage years. So, you know, that way they can get on top of it before they get to adulthood and not have to suffer with, you know, long-term chronic illness. So I think, yeah, definitely sort of making them aware of things early on, so that we can live sort of a more healthier life rather than deal with chronic illness later.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with everything that you've said there. The body is a miracle and it can heal itself. If you give it the right tools, it definitely can heal itself, for sure. So yeah, and being proactive is really essential, even when you're young, because the body starts to age from an early age, earlier than we think sometimes.
Oh, exactly. Yep. So that's why you got to start in your 20s, or even, you know, as a late teenager. So start looking at sort of looking younger for longer.
Absolutely. So I guess to finish off, what would be your key messages to people, in terms of, you know, living a healthy life and having longevity, I guess, you know?
So yeah, so recommending for people sort of the importance of definitely, you know, eating really well. My number one a key tip is diet is everything. You know, you have to treat food as medicine. You know, what you put into your mouth can either heal your body, or it could be detrimental. It can cause what we call inflammation, which is inflammation and aging. So eating the right food, putting the right things in your mouth, you know, that is so important. So diet is everything, diet, nutrition, as well as things like lifestyle, making sure, you know, you're exercising, you're looking after your body, mind, and spirit. And then also, again, like sort of stress and sleep. So that's a big thing, you know, stress. Everyone is stressed these days. We live in a modern world where there's a lot of technology. We're on our phones way too much, you know. We've got busy lives, we're mums and working, and, you know, we've got so many hats on. And so I think we don't take enough time out to de-stress, to work on our stress management, be it sort of exercise, you know, meditation, breathing, taking a walk in the park or something. So stress is one of the highest things. It's a cause of over 90% of chronic illness. And it's definitely on the rise, and more people are getting sicker because of the stress and that. So that's definitely important to make sure you are getting on top of the stress. And also, taking things like, watching your health and taking the right supplements and looking after your health in terms of supplements, nutrition. Yeah, so that would be a key. That would be sort of the key takeouts to make sure, you're eating right and, looking after your health in terms of diet, nutrition, lifestyle, and that you're looking at sort of thinking of the long-term things like, your health span rather than just the short term. You want to think about living to 90 or 100, but being healthy at that age,
Yeah.
not living to 70 and having cancer or chronic illness and being in pain for like a decade or two. So it's all about sort of, I'd say about health span and thinking of the longevity path. And yeah, and so, a lot of clients, I think also they come in, they say, I've got high blood pressure or diabetes because, it's genetics. My mom has it, my grandparents have it, but we all know, Sandra, that it's not the case. Genes are only 5 to 10%, of basically what is our makeup. There's something called epigenetics now. So, they know that it's all about what you eat, how you think, which actually makes a difference. They've done studies where there's twins and one could be super healthy and one could have chronic disease. So
absolutely.
So we have to educate people that it's not about genetics. And so it's about what you eat and it's about your mindset and your stress management. So that's my key takeouts to people out there, is to make sure you get on top of those 3 key areas in your health.
Excellent. Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone that joined us live tonight. I hope that you got a lot out of that. I did. And, Ellie is great. If you want to speak to her or talk to her some more in regards to what she does, we'll put the link in the comments below and you can reach out to her or you can reach out to me and I can connect you with Ellie. But thank you so much for sharing your time with us tonight. And I hope that that was valuable for everybody.
Thanks, Sandra.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.